knowing how you love the birds. I fixed them to the trees so they wouldn't fly away. You would stay, and you remained silent and never questioned my bloody palms or reproached me, the birds, because they didn't sing. They couldn't last, of course. No new birds came, and those crucified were taken by small animals or simply disappeared from the nails. I was sure then you would leave me. Finally, I confessed, trembling. I brought you the hammer and showed my broken fingers, leaves and branches in my hair, the diagrams of autumn on the sky. And you smiled and said it didn't matter about the birds and drank at my tears like a rare and fragile wine, that they too would not be wasted. I came to you so carelessly. There were those who thought I had not been warned. I could only point to the false lovers who carried marks where you had pressed coins into their palms, and admit I was impatient for your scars. The rumors followed us as easily as if you murdered me every night. Hemlock in my evening wine, loosened banister on the stair. The dull villagers and draft princes wanted still in the distances for grave news, and relentless until I could only point again at their jealousy eyes and whispered I had discovered why you handled me as though I were made of glass. I know they want to know about our bhaktis. Our virginity confuses them, and they are reduced to words and silences. What shall we allow them to believe? We are 1,000 years old, no histories, and nothing to confess. Be a mermaid who doesn't settle for a making a small splash. Be a mermaid who doesn't stop until she makes tidal waves. Be a mermaid who knows to stop before she devastates the world with her tsunamis, walking through the ruins on your way to work that do not look like ruins when the sunlight pouring over the seen world like hail or melted silver, that bright and magnificent, each leaf and stone quickened and specific in it, and you can't hold it. You can't hold any of the distance around you, marked out by the ends of your arms. When they are stretched to their fullest, you can walk no further than this. You think walking forward, pushing the distance in front of you, like a metal cart on wheels with its barriers and horizontals. Appearance melts away from you. The offices and pyramids on the horizon shimmer and cease. No one can enter that circle you have made, that clean circle of dead space you have made, and stay inside, mourning because it's clean. Then there's the girl in the white dress, meaning purity or the failure to be any color. She has no hands, it's true. The scream that happened to the air when they were taken off surrounds her, how like an aerial of hot sand of no sound. Everything was bled out of her. Only a girl like this can know what happened to you. If she were here, she would reach out her arms towards you now and touch you with her absent hands, and you would feel nothing, but you would be touched all the same. Skin as white as virgin snow, ice crystals grown from dust motes, specks of earth from skyward snow white, lips as red as pricked blood, first blood unfolding like the virgin rose, whole and of herself rose red, colors of the goddess. Clues, this tale is more than it seems, aren't they all? And when Lee Bet knocks on their door midwinter, mapped ice and snow giving him a rasty look, the twin goddesses invite the wild and serve him a tea and comb his fur. No sign of gold at first blush. Then what? Did they watch Jack Frost breathe on their windows and listen to ice crack into wintry art? Their version of cable today, where they gulp beer, eat chips, and watch television. The three of them would lead bit complain about the commercialization of all things sacred as he clutched the remote. Let's live off the grid, he'd murmur, while Snow White and Rose Red painted their fingernails black as pitch in their lips, red as a whore's candid tongue, a goth or harlot, or perhaps before the bear enters their domain. The sisters are hippie girls wandering more modern like, looking for something, a hitch and rise, living off the land, eating huckleberries plucked from their core, the juice staining their lips and teeth, deep purple watching a bloody salmon leap. They wonder, why their mouths watch or wonder what it is they have lost. Why does it ache so much? So when a man in gold knocks on their door midwinter, they pull him aside, shining him on until they spot the fur beneath the gold. We bet they speak in tongues as they say, R.I.P. Rest in peace, a close from him. He is only a symbol after all. The sisters bury their faces in his fur, and when they look down at their own bodies, they see they have grown grizzly claws. They laugh and embrace each other. The man, speechless, tries to piece his gold suit back together alone. In the empty cottage, he closes the door. Outside the night is the wild with beasts. Indeed, by forever, mystical, enlightened, enchanted, fairy tale, rapper forever. There you go, spitting again. Well, I hope you know. Well, there you go. Not enough, not enough. Well, I hope you know. Well, there I go, spitting notes into my phone. Well, there I go. I hope you know. Not enough. Not enough. Well, there I go. I hope you know. Not enough. Not enough. You work my wish. I wish upon a shooting star. The fairy tale fantasy I longed for, but only ever saw from afar. And I know such opportunities don't come often without leaving a lasting scar. I held you close in secret dreams and cherished our friendships, quiet themes. You were my wish, and I met it with my whole heart, although I knew that you didn't feel the same from the start. Yet you unraveled the threads of my heart, leaving me lying there torn apart. You were my wish from a shooting star from afar. I hate that they were right. You were too good to be true because you were a fairy tale, my subconscious, a projection of what I wanted, my cravings, all which would never amount to anything but that. A fairy tale. I dreamed about you last night. I dreamt about you last night. A kind of dream where everything is so real. Everything makes so much sense. The kind of dream where once you woke up, you need to do everything in your power to prove it was real, some way or somehow. You told me you loved me. The words like sweet honey coming from your lips. I wrapped my arms around you and felt more at home than I had ever been in my life. You smiled. It was right at me. And contagiously I fell for it and smiled right back. Your eyes were pools I was willingly drowning in. It couldn't have been a dream. Please say it wasn't. You held me, I was happy. But then I pinched myself. This beautiful world where you and I were what we were always supposed to be came crashing down before I even had the time to scream your name. I need you, God, I need you, I'll always need you. Tiny people made of candy, realms where there is never drought. I can live in worlds so dandy. It's getting closer, let me out. Angels, art, and magic beasts, mere people swimming in the kelp. Elves, enchantment, pink fairies. It's getting closer, please come help. I sleep on a bed as soft as cake. The night witch has their sword unsheathed. Lakes are made of chocolate shake. It's getting closer, I can't breathe, it seems. To live a fairy tale is to wait for your prince to rescue you from the tower while you lend him your hair. Be recognized by the shoe that fits you, or be kissed to life. Then I'm better off living a nightmare where I am my own tormentor and savior. I'm over the moon. I'm falling for you, but I'm still stuck here daydreaming about you. I saw you standing up in your tower. So weak can I be your knight in shining armor of Goldilocks found the perfect porridge. Then why can't I be the right one for you? And Jack climbed the beanstalk, but I'm grounded on earth. For your heart is the dragon that I must play. And Peter Pan took the kids to Neverland, but I'm still dreaming of the things we won't have. If Goldilocks found the perfect porridge, then why can't I be the right one for you? So let's just live You and I, just the two of us, it's our own fairy tale. In lavender hour, we held hands through the grass as we roamed through the field of flowers. We blew dandelions and chased their tails, hearing the birds sing and share their tales. I remember I plucked pretty yellow clovers and placed them under your chin. I checked the data and analyzed to see if you liked butter in your sandwiches. And of course, the results are you did. Do you know how many little birds, little buds we wasted before they were in their full bloom, pulling off each petal to reveal the stem? Alone in the gloom, one by one afternoon, as the petals fell, we asked the fairies too if the boys we liked loved us or not. And we didn't like to answer. We'd tell them to go and rot. We were too young to have any clue. Pulling flowers seemed like such an innocent thing to do. But don't you miss those days when we would make those dainty little daisy chains? This now seems like a distant memory, but will forever be known as the Meadow Queens danced in the fields before the stars and would come out and lull us to sleep. What a dream, what a sweet lavender dream it seems.